Hi guys, to be honest, at this point in the morning, which happens every morning, I consider if I actually need a job to survive a capitalist society. I weigh up the pros and the cons, and I generally always go to work, but I really ask myself, is this truly worth it? Here I am reviewing the first queries and emails to come in during the day, even though it's usually just before the workday starts. And it's things that people decided to send me at like midnight last night. I get typically very fed up at this point. As you can tell by my face, I look like my face like a slapped arse. It's at this point that I try to tell myself that every gulp of water is rejuvenating me and bringing me energy as I drink. It's a complete lie, but it is a good lie. Typically at this point, it depends how I'm feeling, but I'm either having entirely lovely holistic thoughts about how much I love doing my stretches and how much I love, relaxing and taking care of my body in the mornings. As you can tell by the face on me, honestly, today, I was not feeling great, and that's usually when I question why I have to have a chronic illness and why my joints can't just stay in place and why my collagen isn't working right. These are the questions I ask myself pretty much every morning until my stretch routine is over and I decide I actually feel fairly okay.
Quiet star, quiet star, quiet star, quiet star.
Not to be incredibly cringy, but here I actually do tell myself affirmations in my mind whilst I wash my hands and wash my face early in the morning. Usually I do remind myself that I'm doing well, that I'm a good worker, that I love my job. Now I say it out loud, that sounds like I'm trying to convince myself I love my job, but I actually do. And just try to convince myself that any day that I'm alive is a good day by default. So as cringy as that sounds, that's usually what I'm thinking of. putting on the caffeine eye cream from the Inky List and convincing myself that it does a lot for my eyes, which, to be honest, I really don't think it does, but it makes me feel nice. You know, it's just an extra step. I'm going to level with you here. Usually there's a point in my mornings when I can't do any work until people reply to my emails. So today, and a lot of days, I do tend to sit around in my chair. And as I was filming this clip, I realised that I reminded myself of Bella in New Moon when she gets heavily depressed and just goes around the place as the months pass. And yeah, that's what I thought of, was watching the months go by. What fun. It's my first conference call of the morning and I'm having a great time, as you can tell, putting my happy face on.
Not too bad.
Usually at this point my mind is completely blank of any kind of productive thoughts because I still get workplace anxiety, even though there's nothing to be anxious about and my workplace is lovely and everyone is actually very helpful. But if you could actually look directly in my eyes at this point, you would see that there's nothing happening there. This is when I speed answer emails and speed clear my inbox because I literally won't want to deal with it later. And to be honest, I think that's fair. I'm not sure what I was thinking in this moment, but right now, all I can think about is the weird way my hand is. And it's very claw-like, and kind of how aggressively I had to whisk that. At this point in my breakfast, when I tried to drink my green juice, I try to get it down as quickly as possible, but I usually try to tell myself that my health is very important, and this is a means for me to respect my body. I don't particularly buy it in the moment, but after I have the drink done, I'm pretty happy I did. So once again, another comfortable lie. At this point in the early afternoon, I was waiting for another call to come in and I was pressing my hot latte to my face because I was so freaking cold. And I was taking some vitamins, which usually I'm thinking about who I do and don't want to ring me next, to be honest, and what jobs I do and don't want to be given that day. But yeah, and this is me looking at my to-do list and sighing heavily. This is the moment just before lunchtime when I try to kill the last 4 minutes before lunch before I can sign out and say put my status as being busy or away, and as you can see, I'm highly productive in those moments. Not to purposely end this on a bad note, but this is me at the end of my workday, several hours later, with migraine building and lying in bed thinking about ways to combat chronic pain, and I was getting pretty low about it, I won't lie to you. I just felt very weak and upset, and in those moments I usually am very vulnerable to feeling sad. But still, it's realistic, so thank you guys for watching, I appreciate it.